A little over 10 months ago, I was in college, completely broke, zero skills. Fast forward about 7 or 8 months later, hit my first 10K month with my online business. And fast forward the next couple months, which is the last few months, I've done around 18 to 20K consistently with my business. Now, I get asked all the time, Noah, if you had to go and do it again, what is the quickest way that you would go and hit 10K a month as a complete beginner? So that's what I'm going to go through in this video. If I was starting from absolute zero, none of the skills I have today, what would I do to hit 10K per month as quick as humanly possible? And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to be upfront, be transparent. It's probably not what you're going to want to hear. I'm going to talk about the boring stuff, the stuff that these gurus don't talk about, or at least 99% of them, because it's just, frankly, it's not the sexy stuff that you want to hear. So if you're just looking for like a dopamine hit, this video isn't for you. But if you're genuinely looking for a way to change your life and change the people's lives around you, then this is going to be your video. Welcome to the channel. So we talk about. So pretty much what it comes down to, and I say this in pretty much all my videos, business is simple. Listen, I said it's simple. I didn't say it's easy. If it's easy, everyone would be doing it. That's where only 1%, whatever, people are actually going to make their first dollar online after watching this video. 99% of you guys aren't going to take action and are just going to keep watching videos and just keep going around the hamster wheel, doing the same stuff over and over, not taking action. But for the 1% of you, breaking down business, it is extremely simple. What all you do, business, is just solving people's problems. If you can solve someone's problem that they're willing to pay for, then that you have a business right there. Fundamentally, every business solves problems. Products, like even, for example, fidget spinners, they solve a problem of people being bored and have nothing to do with their hands. Now, it's a low ticket problem. That's why they're only $6-7 and there's a ton of supply as well. So that leads me into my first point. The first thing you need to do is realize what is worth money, what is actually a high ticket, high paying skill in today's day and age. Now, I'm sure you've probably seen this if you like on Instagram reels, oh, learn this high ticket, learn a high ticket paying skill. But it's so true. I'm just breaking down business at its fundamental core, and I'm breaking out again how I would do it. So the first thing you need to do is learn a high ticket skill. Now, take your personality into account. Me, I am very introverted, or at least I was before. I'm still for sure an introvert, but it's also like, don't feel like because you're introvert, because you're quiet, you can't learn sales or something like that. But basically, you want to learn a high paying skill, whether it's going to be sales or really running ads. It's either going to be one of those two. Now, the business model that I'm in, where I make all my money now, is an SMMA, or a social media marketing agency. It's literally just running ads for businesses. Now, the reason I do that, the difference between that and like e-commerce, is basically you're running ads for the business. It's a lot higher ticket. These businesses make $10,000-$20,000 per client or per new job that you bring them. And if you're getting them one job, they're making so much money, they're willing to pay you $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 because of the amount of money you make them. Whereas like e-commerce, as an example, the margins are very low and the products are like $100, $200 max. So like the profit margins are way lower, and it's just not as high ticket of a problem unless you have a crazy amount of ad spend. But also that space is a lot more saturated as well. Now, once you have your high paying skill, and the reason is why I like FMMA, or the marketing agency, working with online businesses, you get both. You get sales and marketing, but start by just picking one. Now, once you have your business, which I highly recommend as a beginner, go into selling a service, not a product. Selling a service like marketing. If you can combine marketing and sales by selling to these businesses, that's when you can charge really high ticket prices. So once you do that, you're set yourself up for success by right away choosing a skill that's actually high paying. Don't go out and choose something like doing magic tricks or something, because that's just not a high paying skill, or being a comedian as an example, right? But you need to set yourself up for success. Now, after you have your skill, you have the foundation. What you're going to do then is we need to see where can we apply this skill, right? Now we have the skill and you're building the skill up, but who's actually going to pay us for this skill? So what you want to do is you need to find a starving market, and usually that's going to be most businesses, because every business wants to grow. So that's just a simple one that you can do. What business doesn't want to grow? Now the caveat here is most businesses want to grow, but some businesses need to grow, meaning they barely have any revenue coming in. They really can't afford anything. They're like on the lifeline. Others like want to grow, but they want to like scale exponentially. They're already huge. Those are the businesses you want to work with, the ones who have excess capital, who are willing to reinvest it into people like yourself and pay for those types of skills. So you need to make sure the business that you're choosing, or the market you're choosing to sell your services to has capital and can actually afford what you're looking to sell. Because if you build up these skills and then you go to a market with a bunch of people making $20,000 a year and they're barely surviving, they're not going to be able to pay you more than a dime, right? So it starts with choosing the right market and having the right skill. So now we have those two out of the way. And some of you guys probably ask, Noah, what's the best way to build up a skill? You're not going to want to hear this. It's not watching YouTube videos. It's not scrolling online, even reading a ton of books. It's literally going out and doing it. So what I want you to do, once you pick your business, let's say you start working with roofers and you're going to offer them Facebook ads, something simple like that. That's where I recommend to always start. And it's worked. It's proven time and time again. What you go and do, get a list of roofers and start calling them. And that's your sales ability right there. You're going to sign a couple clients. Yeah, it's going to take you a while right away, probably to start. Some guys, I know I did it relatively quick because I picked up on it. But if you can just go and cold call 100 people a day, it sounds probably like a lot right now, but that's the volume you need. It's 2 hours a day. If you can do that, I'm telling you, you're going to be ahead of 99% of other people. And that's why 99% of people fail. It's because they don't have what it takes. They're not willing to put in what it takes. So just go out, take action. You're going to get the skills by actually going out and doing it, not reading books, not watching videos, not listening to podcasts. Yeah, those help. Those are supplemental. But the 80-20 is you actually going and doing it. That's going to get you 80% of the way there. So now that you have that, you're taking action, you're actually reaching out. All you do, you call these people, you message them, whatever you want to do. You basically set up a call with them, and this is your sales call. Now, this is where the sales aspect comes in. Now, the best part about having your own business, not being a sales rep for someone else, is you 100% control every part in the process. So it's all up to you, and it's like this business is your baby, and people can tell how convicted you are. So in sales, it's really transfer of emotions, more like a transfer of conviction. If you feel convicted, people can sense that you feel convicted, that you're confident in what you can do and what you can provide them. They're going to hand you any amount of money. And a big limiting belief that I've seen, and I had especially in the beginning, is you don't have any case studies. You don't have any prior results. How are you going to sell these people? And that is one of the biggest things that I think stops most people from ever getting started in the first place, is the fact that they don't have any case studies. But I said this in one of my previous videos. The good news for you is everybody on this planet starting in business starts from zero with no case studies. The exact same. So you're not at a disadvantage. You have the same place that every other entrepreneur is starting at. So are you going to complain? Are you going to sulk about it? Or are you going to go take action and just start putting the reps in? Because I remember I had a limiting belief where I can't go and charge money up front. I need to charge free trials. All of a sudden, I joined the guy's mentorship, and he's like, dude, I want you to go your next call, charge $2,000 up front. I was like, bro, are you crazy? I don't have any case studies. What they ask me. He's like, dude, just be confident and just go get it. I think my next call I took, I was just like, yeah, the price is $2,000. She's like, okay, what's the next steps? And I was shocked. I was, oh, yeah, so the next steps, and then it's kind of fumbling, and I almost probably sold the deal right there. But like, it really comes down to conviction. So because you don't have years of experience, like, dude, I'm 19. I've been doing this for only 10 or 11 months. And I'm closing $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 deals. Right? So it's really just comes down to your conviction. And people can genuinely sense that when someone's faking it versus when someone's being realistic. And obviously you can only get so far. We don't have case studies. Building up those case studies is important. And there's different offers that you can start out with, like a performance-based one, to make it a little easier. But yeah, there's kind of a lot of options there. But really, that's what it comes down to. That's business at its fundamental. You sign these people on, and then you go in and do your marketing for them, run the ads for them. And there's a million videos out there. I also help guys out with that. I have tons of tutorials. If you want like any resources about online business, you have any questions on literally any of this, if you want me to go more in depth, I'm always happy to help you guys out, give you guys advice. Go check below, DM me on Instagram. It's in the description. Otherwise, it's just my name, noah.helps, and I'm happy to connect with all of you guys. I love hearing from you guys and helping you guys out as well, because I was in your same situation just like 10 months ago. So I'm always looking to help. But to recap, pick a high ticket skill. Wow. High ticket skill. Find an industry that you like, that you have experience in, or that I should say that you don't hate, but that's also high ticket and the business owners have money to spend. Once you do that, the best way to build your skill is go call the industry. And you're going to get familiar with the industry by speaking with the business owners there. So you don't need to research what these business owners say. Maybe spend like 10 minutes on Ask ChatGPT, right? We have AI at our disposal. Use it to your advantage. But after you do that, all you're going to do is take sales calls. Just be confident. Don't overthink. You don't need some crazy sales pitch or some deck or anything like that. Just be confident. I'm telling you right now, treat it like a genuine conversation. Show them you're a human and you're going to close the client. I can tell you that right now because that's literally what I did. Last part, you're going to go and once you get to the point where you have a client, then just go watch a couple of videos, learn ads, or just if you DM me, I'll send you a resource that shows you how to do it as well. But you're going to cross that bridge once you come to it, but you can't deliver results if you don't have a client in the first place. But basically, that's a long way of saying it again. Nothing sexy. If you're looking for that, this is not your video. But the way we get to 10K a month is then you start raising your prices. You're charging 2K, then 3K a month. And when you're charging people 3 or 4K, you sign 3 to 4 clients a month, which is one client a week. And you're at 10, 12K a month right there. And it's literally that simple. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions, legit any of this, business in general, SMA in general, want to scale, learn more about this, DM me on Instagram, and I'll see you there. Peace.